Well, that was exciting. My name is Bob Mullinax. I've got a group on Facebook called the Habitat Hillbilly. This has been one heck of a morning. I want to start by talking to y'all this morning about habitat addiction. That's right, I've struggled with addiction my whole life. Of course, it started out with drugs as a young man. I kicked that habit. Part of kicking that habit was I hunted all the time. I mean, I've hunted my whole life, but I have hunted to the point early on in getting clean that we lost jobs over hunting because we wouldn't come out of the woods for anybody or anything. So I absolutely love being in the woods. I absolutely love hunting. Now this morning I woke up. It's a beautiful fall morning. No wind. We're talking 1 to 2 mile per hour winds. 40 degrees. It's been a little warm spell the last few days. This was the morning to hunt. And I've got my own land here in Chattooga County in northwest Georgia. And I didn't want to hunt this morning. I wanted to come out here in the woods and work. I know, it doesn't seem right, but that's what owning your own land and getting the habitat will do for you. I got a new habitat addiction, and that addiction is far greater than my need to hunt. I get down here, I park the mule. I'm going to piece a little video together for you later, but there's 2 does in this bog behind me. They were bedded down. Never seen anything like this. They hopped up. I pulled my mule right down here next to them. I mean, I'm within 30 yards of them, 40 yards. They hopped up, they went over the bank, and well, they fed along that edge. They were eating buttonbush nutlets and black gum berries. They love that stuff. They eat all along that edge all the time, gobbling that up this time of year. But they went all the way around the back of the bog, and you'll see in the video on the other end of the bog, I got a big sweet gum down there that I had girdled. And when I girdled that tree, it opened up some sunlight. I've been thinning in there with a chainsaw too. They came right by that girdled tree over there, looped all the way back around that button bush and went back in front of me. I'm like, I can't believe those deer looped like that. Why'd those does do that? And then they eased on off up the hill here to my left. Well, I said, all right, I guess I'll go to work now that they're gone. And I looked up, and there was the buck coming up this drain. It came in right on the trail of those does, worked right down that edge of the button bush and the black gum berries, and it got to the fork in the trail where those does turned off, and it followed where the does turned off. I waited. I thought that buck was going to loop back around and come right back where those does did, looping around that button bush, but he didn't. He figured out when he got to the other end of the bog, those does looped up to lose me. So that buck, man, he came back on that same trail that he went down. Instead of looping that button bush, found that original trail like a hound dog. It was like watching a rabbit dog or a coon dog or something. And then it turned and went right on up the hill, man. So I'm turning this back on. I'm going to get to girdling some of these trees and show you what I'm doing down here, because if I stay quiet, there's going to be a really big buck that comes through here, and I don't have my rifle with me, and I just don't want that to happen, because I don't want to have to live with myself for choosing to do habitat work instead of hunting. But y'all, I absolutely love it.